So in the Naruto plot holes video, somebody said that I should do one for Dragon Ball, and you know what? That's a fantastic idea. So here we are, top 5 Dragon Ball plot holes. Now don't get me wrong, I'm a massive fan of Dragon Ball. I'll go ahead and make that clear as I did in the Naruto video. But that said, I am able to look at the series critically and notice when Toriyama and his editors have made a pretty big mistake. Here are 5 of those mistakes. Now the same rules apply to this list as in the Naruto list. Manga only plot holes, with a couple exceptions. Since Dragon Ball Super's anime is ahead of its manga, I will say the anime takes precedence over the manga. And since GT doesn't have a manga, well, if I find a plot hole in GT, it's gotta come from the anime. So with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and get started. Excuse me? Alright, so first of all, Trunks is the first Super Saiyan that Dr. Gero had eyes on, so I think taking his cells might have made Cell quite a bit stronger. But that's not where the plot hole comes in. See, Cell came to the present timeline from the future, the same future that Trunks came from. In this future, Goku showed up to defeat Frieza and King Cold. You know, future Trunks, he wasn't there! There were no cells for the surveillance drone to take in the first place, so... What the fuck, Cell? So this is probably the easiest plot hole to explain on the entire list. After Majin Buu left Piccolo and GOTENKS stranded inside of the Room of Spirit and Time, Piccolo is panicking, trying to think of a way out because of the fact that, according to him, as seconds passed in the Room of Spirit and Time, hours passed outside in the real world. That's not how the Room of Spirit and Time works, Piccolo. You got it backwards. No, it's not like Piccolo just had a brain fart here either. When he and GOTENKS escape the Room of Spirit and Time, they find that in the real world, yes, hours have indeed passed. And once again, it bears repeating, that's not how the Room of Spirit and Time works. We're all clear on the fact that the Dragon Balls turn to stone for a year after they're used, right? We're also all clear on the fact that the Namek Saga happened a month after the Saiyan Saga? So how did Popo do this? How was he able to summon Shenron? The Dragon Balls had just been used a month prior to revive Goku from the dead. You didn't forget about that, did you, Toriyama? And man, this isn't just like a tiny wish either. This isn't something that I could just let slide because of how minuscule it is. This is one of the biggest plot points of the Namek Saga. If Popo hadn't done this, Piccolo would have been trapped on Namek. That means Kami would have died, which thereby means that Earth's Dragon Balls would not have been usable again. The Namekian Dragon Balls wouldn't have ever been usable again, meaning that Krillin never would have been able to return to life. Vegeta never would have come back to life. Like, there are a lot of very important things that rely on Mr. Popo being able to make this wish, and he shouldn't be able to do it.
But Swagkage! Kami had just come back to life, so the Dragon Balls had probably just been restored. Maybe when Kami returns to life, the Dragon Balls...
I do not think that is how it works, so I rest my case. Dragon Ball Minus is fucking stupid. Now, on its own, as a standalone manga, this is a fun little read, but as a replacement for Bardock, the father of Goku? Why was it necessary to replace that perfectly fine special? Whatever. I'm here to talk about Dragon Ball's plot holes, not Toriyama's bad retconning decisions. So first of all, this does directly conflict with the manga. When Frieza first meets Goku, he remarks, not just in the anime but in the manga as well, that Goku looks remarkably similar to Bardock. And it shows a scene of Bardock in space, just like the scene at the end of Bardock, the father of Goku. Now, I guess technically, this scene could still happen after the events of Dragon Ball Minus, but it's nowhere near as likely following the events of that manga as it is following the events of the beginning of Bardock, the father of Goku. Second plot hole. Jean says she will tell Raditz that Goku was sent off-planet to keep him safe from Frieza. So why did Raditz believe the story about a meteor blowing up planet Vegeta? And why did Raditz believe that Goku was sent to Earth to wipe out everybody on it? This is important too, because the only reason Raditz went to Earth in the first place is because he was under the impression that Goku was on a mission there. If he didn't feel like he needed to check on his brother's progress, he never would have gone there. Goku never would have died and trained with the North Kaio. He never would have learned Kaioken or Genki Dama. Never would have had to go to Namek. Yeah, everybody would have gotten scraped by Android 17 and 18, and we would not have been very good.
それがビルス様のすごいところなんじゃ。Z ソードにわしを封じ込めたのも何を隠そうビルス様じゃからよ。
Now hold on just one second here.